did you guys talk about like the colorism that was existing in the film? Did you guys talk about it
it?
No, did you guys talk about it off film, like when you guys weren't shooting?
Stop.
Yes.
So Spike put all the light-skinned girls in one hotel.
What?
A nicer hotel. He put the dark-skinned girls in a motel. Then he put all the boys, not just, both factions. He put all the boys in a light-skinned hotel in a light-skinned girls hotel. I was always at the motel with everybody else.
Yeah.
I wanted to go there. I hung out with them. But it was to create real method chaos.
Yes.
Right?
That was a social experiment.
It was
unto
a social
itself.
Absolutely. To create the true tension.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked. But I think after that moment of the fight scene, I was like, yeah, method acting, cool, but I got to turn the light off. Yeah. Like, I work, I turn the light on. I don't work, I turn the light off. Yeah. I can't do this. I'm going over to everybody else's motel and hang out with them, because everybody took me in as if I was, I was the youngest. I was the little girl in the screenplay.
Yeah.
So.
That had to create so much tension on the set.
It did.
And the dynamic of that. Did you guys talk? I
didn't like it because me and Kime, who was the other lead, the lead girl, we were there 2 weeks before everybody else got there, and we were in the same hotel. And when he was moving her, we were crying like, we were crying because we bonded. We was like, I don't understand why he's doing this to us. Yeah. We did not get it.
But you guys captured it so well. So that's really interesting to learn about that social experiment.
Captured it. Yeah. It was it.
It was it. It was a thing.
It was real.
It was for me, and I think the reason I always refer back to school days is because colorism was different for me growing up.
Right.
And so my mother is your complexion. My sister is a hue darker than you. I have another sister who is my complexion. My dad is a little bit lighter than me. And then my brother is darker than me. And so we had this rainbow. Right? And so there really wasn't a distinction. We never talked about light skin, dark skin, brown skin.
Y'all didn't.
No, we didn't. So it never existed in my house.
Interesting.
And in my city, I went to Lansing, Michigan. It's a very unique time. We used to go and discourse on that one. But we didn't really do the light skin, dark skin. It wasn't until I got to college where things were noted by color distinction. And that was because Michigan recruited a lot of kids from Detroit. And so of all the black kids, the majority were there, came from Detroit. And so Detroit being a majority black city, they did a lot of distinctions on color, right? Light-skinned Mike, dark-skinned Mike, light-skinned Keisha, dark-skinned Keisha. Okay. And so there was so much color notions around that. And then that's when I woke up to colorism. I was like, oh my God, this is school days I'm living in right now.
It's true and it's real. There is a thing of light-skinned privilege. It is very real, right? That people have had to deal with. We are just now celebrating melanin. We are just now coming into understanding how beautiful black truly is.
Yes.
Our own people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And, I grew up in an era where it was, it's bad. And I remember doing plays with my Caucasian counterparts and somebody saying, oh, Tisha thinks she's so hot, but just look at the color of her skin. So I had both.
Yeah.
Inside and outside of it. You know what I mean? I remember taking concealer and drawing my lips smaller to make my lips not protrude and look. I was made to feel bad about my skin complexion, even outside of,
the black community.
Yeah. Because I'm in a world, like I'm navigating between two worlds. I'm from Newark, New Jersey, and then I go to New York and I'm doing musicals and plays and trying to feed my family. And these little girls are making this other little girl feel bad for the way that I look.
Yeah. For your black features.
For my black features. Now, it's interesting, in my family, the firstborn lacks melanin, and then we progressively get darker as the as the kids come along. It's very interesting. Like, I'm firstborn, so I didn't get it. And then all my brothers get progressively darker.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just the same thing. And all my cousins, same thing. Like, it's the funniest thing.
So our family portraits could be very similar if we were to put our family portraits up to the same thing. That's very interesting in the sense of the world and what beauty standards have been, particularly when it comes to Black women. And so here you're in this white space within the acting.
And now they're pumping their lips up to look like mine.
Can you imagine?
No, not. I mean, I couldn't have told little Tisha this in a million years.